Check. Sound. Check. Check. The great Nelson Mandela once said, "Our children are the rock on which our future will be built, our greatest asset as a nation. They will be the leaders of the country, the creators of our national wealth, who care or for to protect our people." The crafting of the Child Protection Policy Manual is a proof na binibigyang halaga ng ating sangay ang bawat kabataang Pasayenyo at sinisiguro nito ang kahalagahan ng kanilang karapatan, kapakanan at kaligtasan na kaakibat nitong tungkulin at responsibilidad. Welcome to the launching of SDO Pasay Child Protection Policy, manual ng mga mag-aaral, guro at magulang. Sa ating pinakamamahal na mga SDO officials, headed by our esteemed Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Loretta B. Torrecampo, CESO 5, OIC Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Arturo A. Tolentino, CID Chief, Mr. Librado F. Torres, Education Program Supervisors, Public Schools District Supervisors, mga punong guro, mga magulang, student leaders, at sa lahat ng ating mga panauhin sa umagang ito, isang mapagpala at ligtas na araw po sa inyong lahat. Bilang panimula ng ating programa, inaanyayahan po ang lahat na magsitayo para sa isang panalangin na susundan ng pambansang awit at himno ng Pasay sa pag-awit ng Pasay City West High School Choir, Medical Dental Section at Coro Paezeño.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Mayang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, harap ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, guyot ka ng magitik, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisingit. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mang baga, may dinagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislat ng mata at mo'y tagumpay na ang dininig. Ang bituin na araw na kailan pa may di magdidilig. Yung panangaraw naman at pagsikta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang ligaya na pang may mag-aapit, ang matay ng dahil sa'yo.
So blessed, my Lord, I can see you in all the lovely things so fine and true. I see you in the beauty of the flowers and the rain. I see you between the lines of a sweet refrain. I'm so blessed, my Lord, I can see you. Even when I'm lonely and in pain, I see you in the beauty of the stars at night. I see you in my life, I feel alright. so blessed, my Lord, I can see you in the smile of a baby, sweet and true. I can see you in the eyes of my very best friends. I see you in this bond, just like the love that never ends. I see you, Lord, in sorrow and in happiness. I see you in the glory of sweet success. I see you, Lord, every hour, every day. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray. I see you, Lord, in sorrow and in happiness. I see you in the glory of sweet success. I see you, Lord, every hour, every day. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray. I pray. I can see you, Lord, whenever I pray. I see you, Lord.
Mabuhay, lungsod ng Pasay, perlas ng kamay nilaan, hangalay kaunlaran sa lahat ng larangan. Mabuhay, lungsod ng Pasay, lungawan ng sandaigdigan, ugali, mapagtanggap ng tunay na mamamayan. Pasay, mahal kong bayan, sa puso'y nag-iisa. Pasay, dakilang bayan, Pasay, mabuhay ka. Ang lahat ay makaliyos, makabansa, makatao. Masipag at mapagmahal, ang tunay na Pasayero. Pasay, mahal kong bayan, sa puso'y nag-iisa. Pasay, dakilang bayan, Pasay, mabuhay ka. Pasay, mahal kong bayan, sa puso'y nag-iisa. Pasay, dakilang bayan, Pasay, mabuhay ka. Pasay, mabuhay ka.
Maraming salamat po. Maaari na pong magsiupo ang lahat. Sa pagkakataong ito ay inaanyayahan natin ang ating butihin at masipag na OIC Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Arturo A. Tolentino, SESE, para sa pambungad na pananalita. Bigyan po natin siya ng isang masigabong palakpakan.
Isang mapagpalang umaga po para sa ating lahat. Ang programang ito ay siyempre suportado ng ating butihing SDS, Dr. Loretta B. Torrecampos, SO5, sa mga principals, sa mga supervisors, sa mga PSDSS, at siyempre sa ating pong chief na si Dr. Gasa at si Sir Bob Torres, gayon din po sa mga magulang at bata na naka-tune in sa atin ngayon para po sa programang ito. Isang magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Sabi nga nila, education, definitely, even the school will not exist without the students. And that is the primary goal of our SDO Pasay, is to come up with a certain material that will protect our students. So this is about time, syempre, kung paano natin pangangalagaan ang kapakanan ng ating mga estudyante, kaakibat din syempre ng kapakanan ng ating mga guro. So ito ay very momentous event for SDO Pasay because sa umagang ito ay ipapakita po natin ang output po at pinagpaguran ng ating mga guro, ng mga supervisor, na kung saan ganun din kasama syempre ang legal advisor natin na walang ibang ating legal officer na si Attorney Jean Lituskin. So sa umagang ito, wini-welcome natin ang mga principal na nandito na kasama natin, gayon din po ang mga naka-tune in na estudyante at mga magulang. Again, good morning everyone.
Maraming salamat po, Dr. Tolentino, for the warm welcome and for the words of wisdom para sa ating mga panauhin ngayong umaga. Now to give us the reason why we are here today, atin namang mapapakinggan ang rationale sa likod ng programa sa araw na ito. Akin pong tinatawagan ang ating masipag at mahusay na Education Program Supervisor, SGOD, Focal Person for the Development of CPC Manual, Division Child Protection and Child Friendly School System Coordinator, Dr. Bernardita A. Perez. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Sa ating butihin, napakasipag at proactive leaders ng SDO Pasay, headed by our Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Loretta B. Torrecampos, CESO 5, OIC Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Arturo A. Tolentino, our CID Chief, Mr. Librado F. Torres, sa aming ina sa SJOD, Dr. Mirna B. Gaza, sa kapwa ko, Supervisor, Education Program Supervisors, Public Schools District Supervisors, sa aming magigiting na mga punong guro, mga magulang, sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa ating Facebook Live at YT channel sa umagang ito, at higit sa lahat, sa aming mga mag-aaral, isang mapagpala at ligtas na araw po sa inyong lahat. Children are the world's most valuable resources and its best hope for its future. That is according to John F. Kennedy. Children needs protection and schools play an important role when it comes to protecting children against violence. Ang SDO Pasay sa pamumuno ng ating Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Loretta B. Torrecampo, CESO 5, ay naglalayong mabigyan ng isang maayos at mapayapang pang-akademyang kapaligiran at mapanatili ang kaligtasan ng bawat mag-aaral sa loob ng paaralan sa buong Pasay. Ayan. Kaya po pinagtitibay sa SDO Pasay ang Child Protection Policy Implementation and Child-Friendly School System. Kaya naman, ang manual na pinamagatang Child Protection Policy Manual ng mag-aaral, guro at magulang ay nabuo. Ito ay naglalaman ng mga patakaran at panuntunan sa mga paaralan na dapat sundin ng mga mag-aaral. Ito ang nagsisilbing opisyal na pahayag ng mga patakaran at alituntunin, gayon din ng mga inaasahang pamantayan ng pag-uugali ng bawat mag-aaral na naaangkop sa lahat ng mga pampublikong paaralan at maaari ring maging batayan ng mga pribadong paaralan sa lungsod ng Pasay. Dinisenyo ang manual na ito upang masiguro ang kaayusan, kaligtasan at kapakanan ng lahat ng mga stakeholders ng paaralan, maging internal man o external. Pangunahing layunin ng manual na ito ang magbigay ng gabay sa mga opisyal ng dibisyon sa pamumuno sa paaralan, mga guro, magulang at lalo't higit sa mga mag-aaral. Gayon din, mithiin ito ang palakasin o pairalin ang palakasin ang pagpapatupad ng kaligtasan ng mag-aaral at palawakin ang pagpapatupad ng misyon at bisyon ng Department of Education. Ipahatid ang karapatan at tungkulin ng mga mag-aaral, guro, magulang at iba pang stakeholders upang maprotektahan ang kapakanan ng ating mga mag-aaral laban sa anumang violence sa kanila. Magsisilbing gabay din ang mga alituntuning ito sa mga namumuno sa paaralan kung paano kahaharapin ng wasto ang mga suliraning pang mag-aaral at kung paano lalapatan ng tamang solusyon ito. Inaasahan na magiging pamantayan ang manual na ito sa epektibong pagpapatupad at paghahatid ng serbisyo, gampanin at responsibilidad ng mga opisyal ng mga paaralan, mga guro, mga magulang at mga mag-aaral. Sama-sama tayo sa pagpapalaganap ng policy on zero tolerance for any acts of violence among children. Tulong-tulong tayo upang panatilihin child-friendly ang lahat ng school sa SDO Pasay. At isang pasasalamat po at pagbati sa aking mga kasamahan na nagtulong-tulong upang may sakatuparan ang layuning ito. Special mention po sa ating dalawang magagaling na opisyal na magre-retire na po, si Ma'am Consolacion G. Diaz at Dr. Mirna Bigaza. Sa ating mga consultants, si Mr. Librado Torres, si Sir Art Tolentino and Dr. Torrecampo, and sa lahat po ng kasapi ng TWG na babanggitin po mamaya. Maraming salamat po at muli isang magandang umaga.
Maraming salamat po, Dr. Bernardita A. Perez, for giving us the rationale and reasons behind the crafting of our Child Protection Policy Manual. The Child Protection Policy Manual would not be possible without the collaborative effort of the people behind this project. Kaya naman, upang bigyan sila ng pagpupugay, tayo ay dadako sa paggawad ng sertipiko ng pagkilala sa mga kasapi ng Division Technical Working Group na bumuo ng SDO Pasay CPC Manual na pangungunahan muli ng ating mahusay na at very supportive na Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Loretta B. Torrecampo, CESO 5, and OIC Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Arturo A. Tolentino, CESE. A big round of applause, please. Before we proceed with the awarding of these certificates, may I read the citation first? Certificate of Recognition. This certificate is awarded to for her valuable contribution as the focal person in the development of child protection policy, manual ng mga mag-aaral, guro at magulang of Schools Division Office, Pasay City. Given this 9th day of July in the year of our Lord 2021, held at SDO Conference Hall, Pasay City. The first certificate of recognition is awarded to Dr. Bernardita A. Perez, focal person, contributor and translator, Education Program Supervisor of SGOD, Division Child Protection Unit Coordinator, and Division Child Friendly School System Coordinator. How about a big round of applause for Dr. Bernardita A. Perez? Next certificate is hereby awarded to Dr. Mirna A. B. Gaza, Contributor, Chief Education Program Supervisor of SGOD, and Division Child Protection Specialist. Dr. Mirna B. Gaza will be represented by Dr. Bernardita A. Perez, Education Program Supervisor for SGOD. Next award is hereby awarded to Mrs. Consolacion G. Diaz, Contributor, Retired Education Program Supervisor for ESP, and Division Child Protection Specialist. To receive the award, may we call in Mr. Librado F. Torres, CID Chief. Ma'am Connie, congratulations po. Ma'am Consolacion G. Diaz. Next certificate is awarded to Attorney Jean N. Lituskin, Contributor and Translator, and Attorney 3 of SDO Pasay City. Thank you so much and congratulations, Attorney Jean. Next award is awarded to Dr. Mirna B. Martino, Contributor, Public Schools District Supervisor of Cluster 4, and Child Friendly School System Co-Coordinator. How about a big round of applause for Dr. Mirna B. Martino. Thank you, Dr. Martino. Next award is awarded to Mrs. Marites P. Legaspi, Contributor, Guidance Coordinator, Pasay City North High School M. De La Cruz, and Division Child Protection Specialist. How about a big hand for Ma'am Tess Legaspi? Next certificate of recognition is awarded to Mr. Silwin S. Tenorio, Translator, Education Program Specialist 2, SOCMOB. Congratulations, Mr. Tenorio. Next award is awarded to Dr. Normina B. Haji Yunus, Cover Designer, Education Program Supervisor for LRMDS. A big round of applause, please, for Dr. Haji Yunus. Thank you and congratulations, Ma'am Normina Haji Yunus. Next, we have Mr. Mark Alvin De Asis, Illustrator, Teacher 2 of Apello Cruz Elementary School. to be represented by Dr. Normina Haji Yunus, EPS for LRMDS. Congratulations, that's for Mr. Mark Albin de Asis. Next award is awarded to Mr. Eric D. Comia, Support Staff and Information Technology Officer 1 of SDO Pasay. A big round of applause for Sir Eric D. Comia. Thank you and congratulations, Sir Eric Comia. Next, we have Ma'am Rachel M. Bernabe of Rafael Palma Elementary School, Support Staff and Teacher 2. Congratulations, Ma'am Rachel. A round of applause, please. We also have Miss Michelle Bongat, Support Staff and Teacher 2 of Don Carlos Village Elementary School. To receive the award, may we call in the principal of DCBS, Ma'am Lisa Cabildo. A round of applause, please. Once again, thank you. Congratulations po. And of course, we also have Mrs. Myla I. Liwanag, Support Staff and Teacher 3 of Bernabe Elementary School. A round of applause for Mrs. Myla I. Liwanag. Maraming salamat po muli, Dr. Loretta B. Torrecampo, our SDS, and Dr. Arturo A. Tolentino for awarding the certificates. Once again, congratulations po sa ating lahat ng kasapi ng ating Division Technical Working Group at sa buong pamunuan ng SDO Pasay for coming up with this worthy endeavor. At this point, bago tayo magpatuloy sa ating programa, isang natatanging bilang ang ating matutunghayan mula sa isang mag-aaral ng Pasay City East High School. Salubungin po natin ng virtual na palakpak si Jiro Joaquin C. Cartin.
Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. You're lovely with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose, it touches my foolish heart, lonely. Never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose, it touches my foolish heart, lovely. Never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight.
Maraming salamat, Joaquin C. Cartin of Pasay City East High School. Ikaw ay patunay lamang na talagang talentado ang mga batang Pasayenyo. At this point, we will move on to the most awaited part of this program, the ribbon cutting and unveiling of our STO Pasay Child Protection Policy, manual ng mga mag-aaral, guro at magulang. Ito ay pangungunahang muli ng ating SDS, Dr. Loretta B. Torrecampo, CESO 5, at OIC Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Arturo A. Tolentino, SESE, at gayon din, si Ginoong Livrado F. Torres, CID Chief. A virtual round of applause, please. How about a big round of applause for our STO Pasay Child Protection Policy, manual ng mga mag-aaral, guro at magulang. Cluster 1, please. Cluster 2. Cluster 2, please. Thank you, Cluster 2. We'll move to Cluster 3. Cluster 3 principals, please. Thank you. Okay, while we are having our photo opportunity, we'll read some of the comments from our, I believe, SDO Facebook page. We have from Reggie Rabastro. Good morning po, watching from Don Carlos Village Elementary School. Same with Gracia or Pearl Armstrong. Virtual applause from Pasay PTA Federation headed by President Rani Robles. We also have from Lot Otero. Good morning, everyone. Watching from Juan Sumulong Elementary School. From Marisa Burak Biloria. Congrats po. Galing kumanta. Watching from Vabes. We also have a message from Loy Celino. Good morning po from Timoteo Paez Elementary School. How about another round of applause for the success of the SDO Pasay Child Protection Policy Manual? Thank you once again, Dr. Torrecampo, Dr. Tolentino, and Mr. Torres for your never-ending guidance and support to our learners, teachers, and parents of SDO Pasay. Muli, atin pong hinihiling ang presensya ng ating iginagalang na Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Loretta B. Torrecampo, CESO 5, para sa isang hamon at mensahe sa ating lahat. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Ito na ako. Okay na? Sir Eric. Mapagbunjing umaga sa inyong lahat. Matagumpay nating nailunsad ngayong araw na ito ang Child Protection Manual. Ating bigyan ng malakas na palakpak na virtual ang lahat na nagtulong-tulong para matapos ang manual na inaalay namin ng buong buo sa mga mag-aaral ng DepEd Pasay. Dahil marubdob ang pagmamahal ng DepEd Pasay, syempre sa ating mga punong guro, sa mga guro, sa ating mga mag-aaral, ay nagsama-sama ang lahat upang ibigay ang kanilang talento, lalo-lalo na po yung Child Protection Team, na talagang sinunog ang kanilang mga kilay at pinagsama-sama ang mga mahalagang lathala-in patungkol sa pag-iingat sa ating mga mag-aaral. Mga patakaran na mag-iisa sa lahat ng ating paaralan. Kaya ang hamon, basahin, gamitin ng tama para mas maging maayos, mas maging panatag. Wala tayong ganong complain ng mga kaso at ang ating mga mag-aaral ay patuloy na uunlad kahit may pandemic. Muli, maraming salamat sa inyo, mga kabataan. Taus-puso namin kayong minamahal, kaya andito na po ang manual para sa inyong paggamit sa ating paaralan.
Maraming salamat po muli, Dr. Torrecampo, for that challenge. As teachers of SDO Pasay, we will surely accept your challenge para sa kabutihan ng ating mga future leaders. Bilang tugon naman sa hamon, ating mapapakinggan ang mga mensahe ng pagtanggap mula kina Ginang Glenda Tabacaraw bilang kinatawan ng mga punong guro sa elementarya at Ginoong Agapito Teodoro Manaog bilang kinatawan naman ng mga punong guro sa sekundarya. How about another virtual round of applause for Ma'am Tabacaraw and Sir Manaog?
Hello.
A blessed morning. A blessed morning to our Dynamic Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Loretta B. Torrecampo, CESO 5. Our hardworking OIC ASTS, Dr. Arturo Tolentino. To our two efficient chiefs, SGOD Chief, Dr. Mirna Vigaza, and CID Chief, Mr. Librado F. Torres. To the dependable men and women behind this successful endeavor, led by Dr. Bernadita Perez. To my fellow principals, and to all present in this hall. An African proverb says, "It takes a village to raise a child." And that is the very essence of the birth excuse me, of the birth of this Child Protection Policy Manual. An output made with love and care through a collaborative effort of people who believe that our learners are the most important sector in our department. On behalf of the elementary school principals, I am deeply honored and grateful to receive this Child Protection Policy Manual, which will serve as a guiding light on how to preserve the rights of every Filipino child, in this case, our Pasayeños. May this handbook serve as a reminder to us, school heads, teachers, parents, and the whole community to defend and protect all children from abuse, violence, exploitation, discrimination, bullying, and other forms of abuse. Together, let us make our schools a safe space for all learners and provide an even safer community for them to live. Para sa bayan, para sa bata. Good morning, everyone.
Sir, check. Sir Manaog?
Isang mapagpala at maligayang araw sa umaga sa inyong lahat sa ating pinagpipitagan ng Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Loretta B. Torrecampo, CESO 5, sa atin pong Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Arturo A. Tolentino, sa ating dalawang chiefs, Dr. Mirna Bigaza ng SGOD at Sir Lebrado F. Torres ng CID. Sa atin pong mga supervisors, EPS and Public School District Supervisors ng Division of Pasay, sa atin pong Attorney 3, Attorney Jean Litoskin, at sa aking mga katuwang para sa pagpapaunlad at pagbigay proteksyon sa kapakanan ng mga kabataan sa lungsod ng Pasay, paaralan ng lungsod ng Pasay, mga kapwa ko punong guro, sa lahat ng mga magulang na pinamumunuan ng ating Federation of Parents Teachers Association, headed by Sir Rani Robles, sa atin pong Federation of Faculty Teachers Association, Sir Jess Valencia, sa atin pong mga non-teaching na pinamumunuan din ng ating butihing attorney, Attorney Jean Litoskin, sa lahat ng mga magulang at higit sa lahat, ang tunay na bida na kung saan kanila inihahandog itong manual na ito. Bilang kinatawan ng secondary principals, malugod po naming tinatanggap ang anumang hamon na nakapaloob sa manual na ito. Alam po namin, higit sa busilak na puso at marubrob naming tinatanggap sapagkat ito ang tunay na diwa ng ating pamumuno. Ang bigyan ng kahalagahan at higit sa lahat, tamang gabay at edukasyon ang mga kabataan. Kalakip ang tamang disiplina at direksyon upang wag silang maligaw sa kanilang landas na patutunguhan. Kaya ako ay nagagalak at nagpapasalamat tigib sa puso namin ng ng secondary school principals sa pag-craft nitong Child Protection Policy Manual for the SDO Pasay, which will be implemented by the schools both in elementary and secondary. I strongly believe that once we are all together, joined, not only our hands, but even our hearts, nothing would be impossible. Because it is within our desire to help for the betterment of our children. They are the most vulnerable sectors in the society. But if we would not give them the due essence of love, care, and protection, we can never attain better citizens of the future, whom we are depending on. They are the reasons why we are in the school. Timely and more fitting to really give them the best. So, thank you again for the children, our love and care, and for the glory of God. Thank you so much. Good day to everyone. Mabuhay ang SDO Pasay at tangkilikin ang ating pananagutan at proteksyon para sa kabataan. Again, thank you and congratulations.
Maraming salamat pong muli, Ma'am Glenda Tabaquerao at Sir Agapito Manaog para sa inyong tugon sa hamon ng ating SDS Dr. Torrecampo at sa inyong walang sawang suporta bilang kinatawan ng ating mga butihing punong-guro. Bilang pagpapatuloy, isa pang mensahe ng pagtanggap ang ibibigay sa atin ni Naginang Marisa Grace Reteracion, President, Guidance Counselors, Ginoong Renato Robles, PTA President, at Ingrid Cure Pactuar, Student Leader ng PSHS.
To our esteemed SDS, Dr. Loretta Torrecampo, to our very supportive ASDS, Dr. Arturo Tolentino, to our hardworking chiefs of SGOD and CID, Dr. Mirna Gaza and Mr. Librado Torres, to all the EPS and PSDS, to all school heads, to all the persons responsible for the Child Protection Manual, and to everybody present today in witnessing a very significant event in the life of our learners, a pleasant day. The said manual is anchored on the purpose of the Child Protection Act, intended to prevent and respond to abuse, neglect, exploitation, discrimination, and violence to our young learners. In behalf of all the guidance counselors and teachers of SDO Pasay, I am accepting the challenge and commitment of the strict implementation of the Child Protection Manual to all schools in our division with the guidance and support of our school heads, guidance counselors, advocates, teaching and non-teaching personnel, as well as the parents of our learners. Rest assured, we will work hand in hand to provide a safe and nurturing environment to all our learners, because our children is important to us. As the popular adage by Franklin Roosevelt goes, we cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future. Thank you.
On behalf of the Federation of Genuine Parents and Teachers Association, we would like to commit and dedicate ourselves to the honorable task of protecting our children amidst these pandemic times. We shall continue to help in the implementation of policies that will alleviate and protect the rights of our children in and out of their schools. We shall also encourage other parents and stakeholders to participate and observe transparency and justice in the process of the application of certain laws and ordinances amended for the sole purpose of protecting our beloved children. And this is our commitment, so help us God.
A pleasant morning to everyone. The foundation of education is the partnership between the stakeholders, such as the school, teachers, parents, and students. The role of the stakeholders is not only to ensure the quality of the education, but also to protect the students. Every child has rights, that is why this child policy manual has been created to support it. It also provides guidance on the school policies and procedures. It was developed to ensure peace and safety towards its students. It will serve as a protection for the students in any kind of abuse. It will also guide the school heads on how to intervene on such issues. In order for this manual to serve its purpose, we, the students, as part of the stakeholders, must learn its content. With this, we would know not only the policies and procedures, but also the support and intervention that the school can provide if ever we encounter such abuse. In behalf of the student body, I would like to thank Dr. Loretta B. Torrecampo, CESO 5, all technical working groups, together with the school heads and teachers for ensuring that we are safe and protected despite this new setup for learning. I would like to leave you this quote: "Ignorance of the law excuses no one." Therefore, I encourage everyone to read this manual. Thank you and God bless.
Maraming salamat pong muli kina Ginoong Renato Robles, Ginang Marisa Grace Reteracion, at Ingrid Curay Pactuar para sa inyong mensahe ng pagtanggap at pakikiisa sa makabuluhang layunin ng ating programa. Upang ipakilala naman ang mga kasapi ng Division Child Protection Unit at School Child Protection Committee, ay tinatawagan ang ating masipag at equally supportive na Chief Education Program Supervisor ng CID, walang iba kundi si Ginoong Librado F. Torres. Isang masigabong palakpakan po.
Highly motivated men and women of the Schools Division of Pasay City, isang karangalan at kagalakan na ipakilala sa inyo ang mga taong bumubuo sa mga organisasyon para sa pangangalaga sa kapakanan ng ating mga kabataan sa ating mga paaralan sa lungsod ng Pasay. Division Child Protection Unit, Chairperson, our very inspiring Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Loretta B. Torrecampo, CESO 5. Co-chairpersons, Dr. Arturo A. Tolentino, CESE, Officer in Charge, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, and Dr. Myrna B. Gaza, Chief Education Program Supervisor, School Governance and Operations Division. Division Coordinator, Dr. Bernardita A. Perez, Education Program Supervisor, SGOD. Coordinating Team, Public Schools District Supervisors. Cluster 1, Ms. Evelyn Ramos. Cluster 2, Dr. Rosalie Candes. Cluster 3, Mrs. Lovelyn Jane Basera. Cluster 4, Dr. Myrna Martino. Cluster 5, Dr. Maria Jessica Magallanes. Cluster 6, Dr. Azucena Ivardone. Cluster 7, Officer in Charge, Dr. Normina Haji Yunus. Cluster 8, Mr. Raymond San Juan. Cluster 9, Dr. Renato Mesada. And Cluster 10, Dr. Efren Canzana. Members of the coordinating team, Mr. Pedro D. Gloriani, Education Program Supervisor for MAPE. Dr. Maria Rachel Enriquez Reyes, Medical Officer 3. Mrs. Cecilia Bailon, Planning Officer 3. Mrs. Flerida Pahariliaga, Senior Education Program Specialist, Monitoring and Evaluation. Mr. Silwin Tenorio, Education Program Specialist 2 for Social Mobilization, and Mr. Bayani Lituskin, Project Development Officer 2 for DRRM. Support staff, Mr. Leonard A. Loretta, Youth Formation Officer. Ang atin pong mga kinatawan ng School Child Protection Committee mula sa mga mapagmahal na paaralan sa Cluster 1 para sa bata. Bernabe Elementary School, punong guro, Ginoong Leonard Balaguer. Viola Ansi Oseto, Guidance Counselor. Concepcion Liwanag, Faculty President. Eric Magsumbol, GPTA President. Jerry's Peter Escumbien, SPG President, at Marisa M. Ramirez, Barangay Captain. Rafael Palma Elementary School. Mario T. Endico, School Head. Areliza Magbohos, Guidance Teacher. Karen Maceda, Faculty President. Catherine E. Santos, GPTA President. Jesly Damaso, SPG President. And Ariel Alonzo, Barangay Representative. And for Cluster 1, Epifanio de los Santos Elementary School, Mabel Salaño, School Head. Juanita Marquez, Guidance Teacher. Celeste Macawili, Faculty President. Miss Elena Besoro, GPTA President. Jared Zamodio, SPG President. And Gleserna Kagimbal, Barangay Representative. Mula sa Cluster 2, ang masisiglang paaralan para sa bata, Padre Zamora Elementary School, Romy P. Sukaw, School Head. Irish Abelia, Guidance Teacher. Christopher Cantos, Faculty President. Ruby Latayan, GPTA President. Dave Atun, SPG President. And Christopher Angeles, Barangay Captain. Padre Burgos Elementary School, Jean C. Rehuzo, School Head. Grace Gudjaga, Guidance Teacher. Yolanda B. Constantino, Faculty President. Analisa Eusebio, GPTA President. Ryan Ross Belches, SPG President. And Teresita Ventura, Barangay Captain. And Juan Sumulong Elementary School, Noel F. Junio, School Head. Hernan K. Recinto, Guidance Teacher. Champ Norman Posadas, Faculty President. Soledad De Sena, GPTA President. Kezia Aubrey Alcoriza, SPG President. And Roberto Saldo, Barangay Captain. Mula naman sa Cluster 3, ang mga masigasig na paaralan para sa bata, Timoteo Paez Elementary School, Glenda Tabakirao, School Head. Marilu Celino, Guidance Teacher. Leonida Gatmaitan, Faculty President. Elesa U. De Paz, GPTA President. Aileen Jane Alayban, SPG President. And Dennis Garcia, Barangay Captain. Apelo Cruz Elementary School, Dr. Tirso Gali, School Head. Jocelyn Rosete, Guidance Teacher. Alma Balyenas, Faculty President. Gomar Valenzuela, GPTA President. Noni Isabel Capinpin, SPG President. And Rosalie Castillo, Barangay Captain. And Marcelo Elementary School, Norma Hamon, School Head. Estelita Zabala, Guidance Teacher. Albert Colasito, Faculty President. Girly Tapis, GPTA President. Julie Ann Gatmin, SPG President. And Edriwin Javier, Barangay Captain. Mula sa Cluster 4, sila naman ang mga determinadong paaralan para sa kapakanan ng ating mga kabataan. Gotamco Elementary School, La Arnie Alejandro School Head, Amalia Batula, Guidance Teacher, Froilan Elizarga, Faculty President, Marilu de la Garcia, GPTA President, Precious Vistal, SPG President, and Angelita Tubo, Barangay Captain. Andres Bonifacio Elementary School, Reynaldo Yakit, School Head, Mabel Bellarmino, Guidance Teacher, Salvador Albotra, Faculty President, Mary Jane Bruan, GPTA President, Arian B. Castillo, SPG President, and Abdon Rivera, Barangay Captain. And of course, Jose Rizal Elementary School, headed by Dr. Rolando E. Zoriano, School Head, Lorna D.G. Gilling, Guidance Teacher, Oliver Abad, Faculty President, Cecilia Co, GPTA President, Rian Jessica Lau, SPG President, and Eduardo Saigo, Barangay Captain. Next cluster is Cluster 5, ang mapagkandiling mga paaralan para sa ating mga kabataan. P. Villanueva Elementary School, Leia Marcelo School Head, Nora Pablo Guidance Teacher, Lilibet Gaban Faculty President, Ann Liak GPTA President, Cheryl Liak SPG President, and Kagawad Panganiban Barangay Representative. Philippine School for the Deaf, Dr. Maria Jessica Magallanes, School Head, Officer in Charge, Iris Kasay Hay, Guidance Teacher, Rochelle Ann Alvarado, Faculty President, Franchelli Tesoro, GPTA President, Alia Syra Tangilig, SSG President, and Elsie Adolfo, VAUSI Officer. And the Philippine National School for the Blind, Corazon B. Salvador School Head, Shira B. Cadavos, Guidance Counselor, La Arnie Lebuna, Faculty President, Ivanka de Ausen Torres, GPTA President, Tracy May Samonte, SSPG President, and Ferdy Lacson, Barangay Counselor. Next cluster is Cluster 6, ang mga maparaang paaralan para sa ating mga kabataan. Kalayaan Elementary School, Dr. Severo Bahado, School Head, Nora Reraliza, Guidance Teacher, Angelica Serio, Faculty President, Christian Grace Ong, GPTA President, Edna Rose Habungan, SPG President, and Jaime Bontilao, Barangay Captain. Next is Villamor Air Base Elementary School, Rodolfo Tirol, School Head, Marilu Porras, Guidance Teacher, Emily Agustin, Faculty President, Marisa B. Veloria, GPTA President, Samantha Louie Malcane, SPG President, Gerald Jan Sovrevega, Barangay Kagawad. And Rivera Village Elementary School, Miss Anisha E. Monton, School Head, Gemma Crave, Guidance Teacher, Geoffrey Kensayas, Master Teacher, Faculty President, Edwin Amolo, PTA President, Giovanni Gracia Aladen, SPG President, and Bonifacio Duran, Barangay Representative. Next cluster is Cluster 7, ang mga mapag-arugang paaralan para sa ating mga kabataan. Don Carlos Village Elementary School, headed by Maria Liza Picabildo, School Head, Leilani Mali, Guidance Teacher, Jonas Luciano, Faculty President, Irene Gayeta, GPTA President, Gliseli Louie Manel, SPG President, and Miss Alma Pichay, Barangay Captain. Next is Maricaban Elementary School, headed by Miss Eden Joquino, School Principal. Alma P. Igni, Guidance Teacher. Gina Aimee Pambid, Faculty President. Jenny De Los Santos, PTA President. Estela Marie Talua, SPG President. And Charles Joshua Besinilio, Barangay Kagawad. And Cuneta Elementary School headed by Jenaline S. Ong, School Head. Leia Bumanlag, Guidance Teacher. Melanie Maherano, Faculty President. I am Ron Batua, PTA President. Ladine Ascarudine, SPG President. Noel Havelosa, Barangay Captain. Cluster 8, ang mga paaralang may kakayahan para sa kapakanan ng ating mga kabataan. Pasay City South High School, headed by Miss Emily Tolentino, School Head. Jingle Go, Guidance Teacher. Jesus B. Valencia, Junior Faculty President. Saldi Bronda, GPTA President. Ingrid Cure Factuar, SSG President. Ruth M. Cortez, Barangay Captain. And Kalayaan National High School, headed by Mr. Agapito Teodoro N. Manaog, School Head. Annalyn D. Limpiada, Guidance Teacher. Mark Anthony Chico, Faculty President. Elmer De La Peña, GPTA President. Sofia Daniel Sahagon, SSG President. And Carla Canlas, Education Committee of the Barangay. Cluster 9, mga porsigidong paaralan para sa kabataan. Pasay City National High School, headed by Dr. Sunny Adriano, School Head. Maria Marisa Grace Retaracion, Guidance Counselor. Vivian Ubao, Faculty President. Erlinda Fria, GPTA President. Kim Sien Nevin Busante, SSG President. And Eduardo Arenas, Barangay Captain. Pasay City West High School, headed by Mr. Peter R. Cannon Jr., School Principal. Randy Wilson Delfino, Guidance Coordinator. Reynante Panlaki, Faculty President. Fernando Rivera, GPTA Representative. Denver Chamson, SSG President. And Danao Ofdi and Jane Daños, Barangay Captain. And Pasay City National Science High School, headed by the officer in charge, School Principal Loveline Jane S. Basera. Hill A. Ganelo, Guidance Teacher. Chira D. Javiniar, Faculty President. Sofia Habilio, GPTA President. Lydia Alia Othial, SSG President. And Mr. Alejandro Acabado III, Barangay Captain. And for the last cluster, Cluster 10, ang maaasahang mga paaralan para sa ating kabataan, Pasay City North High School M. De La Cruz Campus, headed by the School Principal, Nunilon Moreno. Guidance Coordinator 3, Marites P. Ligaspi. Maria Barbara Feliciano, Faculty President. Philip Gorospe, GPTA President. Celine O. Monillas, SSG President. Albert N. Alombre, Kagawad, BCPC Focal Person. President, Corazon Cory C. Aquino, National High School. Dr. Efren E. Cansana, OIC School Principal. Rosaline S.R. Camacho, Guidance Teacher. Terence Reyes, Faculty President. Maria Richie Grace Perlas, GPTA President. Jomar A. Golingan, SSG President. Cesaria Alota, Barangay Kagawad, Barangay 184. And last but not the least is Pasay City East High School, headed by Dr. Felina P. Patagan, School Principal. Mara Eliza Santiago, Guidance Teacher. Ernesto Hastia Jr., Faculty President. Renato D. Robles, GPTA President. Aubrey Faye Guerrero, SSG President. And Jesusa Conte, Barangay Health Worker. Sa inyo pong lahat, ang aming pasasalamat at ang amin pong pagsaludo. Mabuhay po kayo para sa kabataang Pasayenyo. Salamat po.
Muli, maraming salamat po, Sir Bob Torres, para sa walang sawang suporta sa bawat programa ng ating sangay para sa mga kabataang Pasayenyo. Before we proceed to the next part of our program, we'll have first the distribution of the child-friendly school, the manual to the different schools in our STO Pasay City. We'll have it by cluster. So we'll have cluster 1 first. To distribute the manual, we have Sir Librado Torres, our CID chief, Dr. Mirna Martino, PSDS of Cluster 4, and Attorney Jean Litoskin, our Attorney 3, as well as Dr. Bernardita A. Perez, our Education Program Supervisor, SGOD. May we call in the principals of Cluster 1. How about a big round of applause for the principals of Cluster 1 schools? Thank you, Cluster 1. Now, let's proceed to Cluster 2. Thank you, Cluster 2. Let's proceed with Cluster 3. Thank you, Cluster 3. Cluster 4. Cluster 4, principals. Thank you po. Let's have Cluster 5. Cluster 5. Please get ready, Cluster 6. Thank you, Cluster 5. Cluster 6 po. Wala pong 6. Cluster 7. Thank you, Cluster 7. Cluster 8. Cluster 8. Next, Cluster 9. Thank you, Cluster 9. And of course, Cluster 10. Thank you, Cluster 10. Thank you so much, Sir Bob Torres, Dr. Martino, Dr. Perez, and Attorney Jean Litiskin. Before we proceed to the next part of our program, would like to remind our viewers na meron pong naka-flash sa screen natin na attendance link. Okay, thank you so much po. Bago tayo tuluyang maghiwa-hiwalay sa araw na ito, ay isang pangwakas na pananalita ang ating maririnig mula kay Attorney Jean N. Litiskin, Attorney 3, SDO Pasay. A big round of applause, please.
Hello, everyone. Walang lips. Hello, everybody. Gising pa ba tayong lahat? Ayan. So, at this juncture, sa yugtong ito ng ating palatuntunan, sa ating launching ng ating Child Protection Manual, nais kong ibalik, una sa lahat, ang papurit pasasalamat sa ating dakilang lumikha sa pagbibigay sa atin ng isang dynamic at progressive SDS sa katauhan ni Dr. Loretta B. Torrecampo at katuwang ang kanyang masipag na Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Arturo A. Tolentino, kasama ng ating mga inspirational chief ng CID, Dr. Sir, Mr. Lebrado F. Torres, Dr. Mirna B. Gasa ng Schools Governance and Operations Division, ang ating mga minamahal na mga education program supervisors, mga public schools district supervisors, and syempre sa mga masisipag din at magigiting na school principals, and ang kanilang mga kasamang faculty club president. Ayan, medyo hindi natin napakinggan ngayong araw, pero sila po ay katuwang ng ating Child Protection Committee. And without forgetting our parents, ang ating mga GPTA presidents at ang kanilang mga kasama sa ating GPTA. And of course, sabi nga, ang pinakabida sa atin sa Department of Education, ang ating mga kabataan, ang ating mga minamahal na estudyante, pupils, students sa ating lungsod ng Pasay. And syempre, hindi ko po makakalimutan, kaming mga nasa non-teaching personnel. Kaya kaway-kaway po tayo. And syempre, baka po kailangan nating banggitin ang laging punong abala sa ating mga child protection concern, ang ating mga natatanging guidance counselors, guidance teachers, guidance coordinator. Lahat po tayo, napakinggan natin ang hamon ng ating Schools Division Superintendent. But may I quote Ma'am Glenda's quote, it takes a village to educate a child. So hindi lamang po tungkulin ng magulang, ng guro, but tayo pong lahat ay magkakatuwang. At so far po, ang ating manual na ito, pwede bang spotlight natin, Sir Eric? Yan. Nagkaroon na ba ito ng spotlight? So ito po ay hindi lamang gabay sa atin, lahat, bagkos, magsisilbing Biblia nating lahat bilang isang manual ng ating child protection. So hindi lamang po ito sa panahon ng violence, hindi lang sa panahon ng may problema tayo sa ating mga bata, bagkos ito po ay naisakatuparan dahil nais nating mabawasan ang confusion sa ating mga eskwelahan. So pag sinabi kong confusion, parang ano nga ba talaga ang dapat na ipatupad sa ating eskwelahan? Dapat bang may uniform? Dapat bang may haircut? Lahat na po sasagutin ng ating manual. So with that, hindi lamang po importanteng magkaroon tayo nito. Mas higit na importanteng basahin nating lahat. Ayan, amen po ba? Ayan, amen. So nawa, magkaroon tayo ng isang goal, objective, makasayaw tayo sa iisang tugtugin upang maibigay sa ating mga kabataan ang isang mapayapa at ligtas na paaralan. Isang paaralan na hubog sa kanila upang isang mabuting mamamayan, isang mabuti, magalang na estudyante, lahat na ng virtues, makatao, makakalikasan, makabansa at maka-Diyos. Yan. So, ayan. So, kailangan by heart, alam natin ang ating mga vision, mission sa ating kagawaran ng edukasyon. So, kung ano man po ang inyong katanungan sa librong ito, I may remind you now sa aking panghuling pananalita, huwag pong mahihiyang magtanong. Sabi nga po ni Susan Roses. So, kanino kayo magtatanong? Nasa page 2 po ang may akda ng ating manual na ito. Pinangungunahan po ng ating Schools Division Superintendent. So hindi nyo na po kailangang dumulog sa Office of the President, sa 888, nandito na po kaming lahat. Ang Child Protection Committee mula pa po sa mga paaralan, sila po ay mandated na ng batas na magbigay ng gabay at tulong sa inyong mga suliranin sa anuman pong usapin sa ating mga bata. So with that, I congratulate Dr. Bernardita A. Perez for leading us in this TWG. So without her efforts also and dedication, alam ko na baka inabot po ito ng forever. But dahil po sa sipag din ng ating mga kasama, kami po ay tunay na nagpapasalamat sa tulong at suporta ng lahat, kasama po ng mga principals na nagbigay ng reaksyon at komento sa ating draft manual, sa ating mga barangay representative, sa mga mag-aaral, and of course sa faculty club presidents po, kasama silang nagbigay po ng mga komento, and of course the GPTA sa pamumuno po ng ating butihing Federation GPTA President, Sir Rani A. Robles. So hello po. So with that, marami pa pong bagay na maaaring pag-usapan tungkol sa ating manual, but for now, let us give a big clap of hands para po sa ating sangay ng dibisyon ng Pasay. Mabuhay po tayo at ang kapayapaan ng Panginoon ay laging sumaatin lahat. Thank you and happy Friday po.
Muli, maraming salamat po Attorney Jean and Lituskin, our Attorney 3 ng SDO Pasay, sa inyong pangwakas na mensahe para sa ating mga panauhin ngayong umagang ito. Muli ay isa na namang matagumpay na programa ang ating nailunsad sa tulong ng ating mahusay na pamunuan ng SDO Pasay. Muli, isang pagbati sa bumuo ng TWG for the Development of Child Protection Policy Manual. Isang virtual na palakpakan po muli para sa kanila. Patuloy nawa tayong gabayan ng puong may kapal upang maisakatuparan ang ating mga layunin para sa bata at para sa bayan. Ako po si Brian B. Barbon from Bernabe Elementary School, ang inyong tagapagdaloy ng programa sa araw na ito. Maraming salamat po at mag-ingat po tayong lahat.